Because I would have been fearful that my coach would let me have it for doing that.
Okay.
You wouldn't? Well, it's just weird too, but different. I mean, I'll say different.
I don't know.
Yeah. Jazzy J.
Something like that. I don't know. Shout out to Jazzy J from West Wilshire Park, West Wilshire Rec Center, and the like.
Jazzy J.
So you know what? I think I'm gonna have to. Oh, this is weird. All right, so I'm gonna tell you right now. What's up, Marquee? This is not recording because I saw after I pressed the button that if you're like, I needed to free up storage. I need to have CP do that on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna have, so it's gonna be hard to do cuts from this, which sucks. But the recording will be other places like YouTube, so I can get it back. It just won't be in this interface, and I don't like that. What's up, Bird? All right. Well, anyway, I don't know if you knew, but we're live. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you knew?
Yeah, I knew the whole time. We were already live on IG as well.
You had an inkling? You had an inkling?
I paid attention.
Oh, what's up? Episode 161 of the Collective Podcast. We are in the building. I am AC from LA. He is SG Trilogy. What is going on, my brother? What is going on?
My brother, hey.
Oh, boy.
Hey, before I acknowledge what you're saying, let's see, who is that person? Hello there. Good to see you.
All right, yes.
Man. Okay. Well, I got to break some news, brother.
Okay.
I just found out that it wasn't Thursday.
Oh.
So there you go. So I'm happy that it's Wednesday night, that we are able to connect for episode 161, brother. Man, time flies. 161. I think I've done about 50 episodes with you now, bro. It's been a minute.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, because didn't we reference our 111?
Yeah, like you. There you go. Affiliated.
I'm not affiliated. No. I'm not affiliated with any of that.
You said 111 with your chest, like you talking about the hoodsters. Shout out to Dub C and them. Shout out to D'Amico Fitzgerald, who is not from 111, but that's his neighborhood. And he went to the prep. So shout out to them. What's up? Rodney's World in the building. All right, so yeah, we are back. I don't know. Let me see. What is this? The Collective Podcast?
This is the Collective Podcast.
Okay, and you just saw the little one whose voice that is?
This is the Collective Podcast.
And what you say your name was?
USG Trilogy.
Okay. What's going on, brother? How was your week?
Man, this week it's moving in slow motion for me, which I guess is not necessarily a bad thing, because it seems like this year has really moved in an expeditious manner. So this week has been moving kind of slow. Had a lot going on, but man, I feel blessed, brother. Everyone is healthy, and I'm doing fine, bro. How's your week been?
Okay.
Slow motion for me, moving.
Okay. So yeah, there you go. Slow motion.
It wasn't that kind of slow motion, but
it was either Juve or Alfonso Hunter, and I don't think you know who. Do you know Alfonso Hunter is? EMD brought him out.
Okay.
And there's no doubt about what this song is about. That's not what your week was.
I didn't know. Look, I didn't talk to you for a couple of days. I don't know. Your week may have gone that way. If so, congratulations.
I won't say one way or another. I don't kiss and tell. But
there you go.
But I will say, well, when we get to that, we'll get to that. When we get to app dating, we're gonna do a little 30-second segment on app dating, where I watch Sam squirm.
Yeah, this can go so many. It can go wrong so many ways.
Why are you playing that in the middle of the day, bro? All right, so I guess this is me.
New AC from LA.
In my week, so it's weird now that we do Wednesday. So my week from Thursday to Wednesday has been very cool. My abbreviated week this week has been very cool. If you guys are following, Sam and I used to talk all the time about like app dating and how brutal it was for me. And then if you came on the Patreon episodes, then you could see that we had segments on, or we still have them there, still have segments on the chronicles of app dating in this space. And let me tell you, when I say life after app dating is something, I mean, I can put it into one word, and Mariah Carey can say it better than me. It's called Bliss. Bliss, BLISS. Yeah, I won't get all the way into it. That's all I got. I just want to talk about that. You know,
Could it be called? Look, could it be called lack of foolishness? Because you had so much foolishness, and it doesn't appear that there's any app etiquette because you went through a lot, brother.
So it could definitely be called lack of foolishness. Like, I'm not knocking you on that. I almost went into H-Town with a different kind of knocking. I'm not knocking you on that at all. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely sans foolishness. It is the absence of foolishness. It is, the presence of reciprocity, the presence of mutual respect, and just so many things. Like, it's an amazing space, an amazing place. So yeah, that's what's up.
Wow.
All right, tell them how and when, brother. I'm about to go ahead and give you the floor. All right,
perfect. So we have a saying here at the Collective Podcast that times are always best when you connect with the Collective Podcast, and we truly believe so. And we have quite a few ways that you can remain connected with us. You can go to our official website, which is tcpodofficial.com. On Facebook, we are TC Podcast Official. On YouTube, X, and IG, we are TC Pod Official. We ask that you subscribe to our YouTube page. Hit the subscribe button and tell a friend to tell a friend. On IG and X, my main man here is AC from LA. On IG, I am SG Trilogy. And on X, I'm SG3. We appreciate you for rocking with us on this Wednesday. But episode 161.
You were now rocking with the best. All right, so I just tried to free up some space. I don't know if that's gonna let me like record right now or not. But that being said, let me go ahead and give you guys today's topics. Like you don't already know, 3 weeks in a row, the W, Major League Baseball. What's up, Roddy T? The League, NCAA football, blah. TechTalk Now, after not having it last week, it's back this week. The Culture with a new drop and the closeout. That's what we've got. So kick it over here, baby pop. Want to get into the W?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that's generally your cue to do this, but
Oh yeah.
it's okay. It's okay. All right, so getting into the W, I'm gonna let's see, rubs Birdman hands. Is it okay to still do Birdman hands? Like he's not.
I don't know. You might have to come up with your own thing, man, because we're in some dark times.
All right. Uh-oh.
There you go.
I love it when you cue me up. The Weekend. Can't help it. I can't help it. It's The Weekend and Ed Sheeran. It's a great song. I mean, this song is perfect. Shout out to all of our first-time viewers, our last-time viewers, everybody in between. Shout out to our first-time listeners, our last-time listeners, and everybody in between. I'm AC from LA. He's SG Trilogy. And Roddy T. He done hit us in 2 different places. What's up, brother?
Waking up.
Yeah, check that out. That's a preview of the culture. That's called Dark Times. That's The Weekend featuring Ed Sheeran. The song is perfection. Ed Sheeran goes first, then The Weekend goes. That being said, we're going to get into the W. Here's where we stand. Power rankings, first of all. And listen, the last day of the regular season is tomorrow. But I'm going to give you the power rankings. I'm going to give it to you by memory. Minnesota Lynx, number 1, even though they are the 2 seed. New York Liberty, number 2, even though they are the 1 seed. Las Vegas Aces, number 3, even though as of today, they are the 4 seed. Connecticut Sun, number 4, even though as of today, they are the 3 seed. Then number 5 is Indiana Fever, even though they are the 6 seed. Number 6, Seattle. What's Seattle's team? Seattle Storm, even though they are the 5 seed. And then Phoenix is 7. Washington is 8, even though they're currently the 10 seed. Then you have Atlanta and Chicago. Now, let me break down for you what all that means. New York has secured the number 1 seed. So they will host the 8 seed on Sunday, and we don't know who the 8 seed is going to be. The number 2 seed is 100% going to be the Minnesota Lynx, and they will face the Phoenix Mercury. We do know that. The 3 seed, like I said, as of today, is Connecticut, with Vegas being 4th. However, if Vegas beats the Wings on Thursday and the Connecticut Sun lose their matchup against Washington, then Connecticut drops to 4 and Vegas moves up to 3. Also, if Washington wins that game, Washington has a shot at the 8th seed, but that's only if Atlanta loses, because Atlanta has a 1-game lead right now, but they lose both tiebreakers. Right now, they would lose in a 3-way tie. They would lose the tie. They would Atlanta and Chicago would lose the 3-way tiebreaker to Washington, and then if Atlanta and Chicago wind up in a 2-way tie, Chicago wins the tiebreaker over Atlanta. And then if you have Atlanta and Washington, well, you can't have it. The only way you can have it is a 3-way tie. So because Atlanta can do no worse than a 3-way tie, but if they just win, then they get the 8th seed. The problem is they have to play the Liberty. Now, the good part about it is the Liberty are the 1 seed, and they can't do any worse than that. So it might be an opportunity for them to win, but we'll see what happens with that. And then did I see? This is this makes me think of politics. Can you read what this dude said in the middle of me talking?
So Roddy T says the Aces and New York. I think New York wins. Love, Stewie.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what that like. Who? I don't even. Okay, thanks, Rod. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. You love Stewie. So what? That's Brianna Stewart, by the way. The one who they gifted the MVP to last year. None of that nonsense or foolishness this year. Asia Wilson is by far the MVP.
Wait, who is?
Asia, anybody can get it, Wilson. I'm gonna get
You
to
don't know that you didn't say it.
Listen, I'm trying to talk to Rod right now because I'm disappointed in this crap about Aces in New York. By the way, it can't be the Aces in New York as of today. So let me just throw that at you. As of today, they would meet in the second round. As of today. Now, you can have that if they jump Connecticut tomorrow. But let me also let you know that Minnesota is the hottest team in the business right now. 13-1 over their last 14. Just throwing that out there. Now, the Aces, 7-3 over their last 10. They're still doing pretty well. But 2 of those losses, back-to-back losses, in fact, were to Minnesota. They weren't full strength, but they did lose to Minnesota. So that's how Minnesota, one of the reasons they were able to secure the 2 seed, and Vegas has to battle for the 3. Now, here's the thing. Does Vegas want to move up to the 3 seed? Because if they move up to the 3 seed, then they would get Minnesota in the second round. The good part about it is they would get Indiana in the first round. So I'd love to see that. Even though my girl Leah Boston is on the squad, y'all know what I'm saying. So it's just one of those things. What's up, Bernie? Thanks for joining. So I don't know. But I think Connecticut will probably handle business and win tomorrow and just make the point moot. And so, but that's your matchup. So whoever wins the 3 seed faces Indiana as the 6 seed. So right now that's Connecticut. And then 4 or 5 right now is Las Vegas hosting Seattle. Seattle can't. 5, 6, and 7 are set. What's still up for grabs? 3, or hence 3, 4, and 8. So we'll see what happens.
So that's Connecticut, Las Vegas, and Atlanta. Those are the ones up for grabs. What you're saying?
No. Connecticut and Las Vegas are 3 and 4.
Okay.
But for 8, you have 3 teams in play. You have Atlanta,
okay, I got you.
Washington, and Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, if Washington loses, it's over. No, that's not true. The problem is Atlanta has to go to New York, and my girl Alicia Gray is on that squad, but they got to go to New York. So we'll see how New York plays. But here's the thing: it's good practice because if they get the 8 seed, they go to New York. So they would probably just stay there because it opens up on Sunday. So that's that. You have all the matchups. Asia, anybody could get it. Wilson, definitely MVP. We're just trying to see if she's unanimous. I'm hearing a lot of chatter on the streets that it's going to be Nafisa Collier for Defensive Player of the Year. I really love Nafisa Collier, but I'm disappointed because Asia Wilson has had the best season of anybody on offense and defense. And I don't believe in consolation prizes. I believe that she earned MVP and DPOY last year. It wasn't a gift that she got DPOY. And so I don't want Nafisa Collier to get a gift. But then again, you can argue that she could win it, and that's why she probably will. So I don't want to knock her. Like, she is the second best defender in the league this year. She's just not the best. So that's what we've got. I'm also seeing that Caitlin Clark is probably going to make first team all WNBA. So that's definitely an accomplishment. She's leading the league in assists, and she's leading the league in turnovers too, but she's leading the league in assists, and she really has had an outstanding season. So probably first team all WNBA along with Nafisa and Asia, and then Brianna Stewart will probably be on most ballots, and then there'll probably be a split between Alyssa Thomas and somebody else for that fifth slot. And the way that the two teams are playing right now, Rod, New York can't beat Las Vegas in the best of 3. Oh, that would be best of 5. So if it's the finals, they can't beat them in a best of 3 or a best of 5 as they're playing right now. So, but thanks for weighing in since you love Stewie.
Man, I think, as you talk about Asia, anybody can get it, Wilson. I think what really stands out, of course, we talk about, her buckets. She scores, she's a walking bucket, and it looks so smooth when she does it. But then, leading the league in blocks, and she's second in rebounds. So she does everything, plus everything and then some. So if it isn't unanimous, yeah, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Yeah.
Well, not just that, but she's leading the league in points by a mile. And
yes,
here's the other thing. Some people will say, oh, well, there are more games. So with her having the 1,000-point season, but also she has the highest average ever. 27 points per game is the highest average over a season ever. Mm-hmm. So when you think about that, she sustained it over the entire season, and she could start the game tomorrow and score 0 and still have that 27-point average, which is the highest average in the history of the game. And she's top 2 in, she's 1 or 2 in points, rebounds, blocks, and steals. Let me be clear. Yep. She's a big, and she's high in steals. Dang. Like, just think about that. All right, so Rod wants to be clear. I think the title is going to end up in New York or Vegas. I love Asia. He spelled it wrong, and what she's doing. I'm mad at him. But I got love for Stewie going back to UConn. Cool. I don't care. I have no love for Stewie going back to UConn. I hate UConn. But okay, I'm glad that you're at least weighing in on women's basketball, as you often do. So I appreciate you for that, as misguided as you are. You can't really anymore because you've been rocking with UConn for 20-some years. It was the bandwagon when you hopped on, but you stayed. So I got to give you credit for that. So I'm giving you your credit.
Man, Roddy T needs a microphone, man, because you're just going in.
I invited him on the show. No.
Look, man, I know it's still going to take a while, But why am I excited so far out from when Juju comes in the league? That's who I'm ready for. Roddy T, what'd he say? I'm driving. You know what I meant. Stop being petty. There you go. This is the king of petty.
Ooh! You didn't even respond when I sent you some clever things the other day.
No, because you always try to get a gotcha moment, and I can't give you my undivided time, so I know you're going to get me on something. So sometimes I'll just like, I'm not going to respond because he's going to try to get me right here, and I'm not doing it.
Can you talk for a second? I got to pull something up, but you're being a crybaby. Stop being a crybaby.
See, don't pull up any songs that say crybaby. So Roddy T, you're going to have to come on one week, man, because this guy, he tries to look for ways to get us. Anything I say, it's like I have to really watch my words because he'll say, well, words matter. And you know this guy, man. So, yeah, there it is. What are you pulling up, Maestro? I'm sure it's some drop.
Are you saying that words don't matter?
See, there you go.
You said you wanted me to play crybaby.
I know who I'm dealing with. Nina's in the building. I knew where you were going.
I wasn't going there.
No.
I was on my phone because I want to send a comment, and I couldn't do that. You know, we can't do it from here the right way. So these are things that I sent you the other day, and you just ignored me. And it wasn't me doing anything to you. So that's why I'm saying don't be a crybaby.
Oh, yeah, Rob, man, I didn't even know you were, man, that's not even far, brother. I didn't even know you were in the state. So, yeah, we will definitely have to connect.
Oh, he's in Tejas? He's in Tejas?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What's up with the delay? I put comments in, and it's taking a while to get there. All right, anyway, it'll be there in a sec. Yeah, remember I sent you 1,000 points, and I put it in a certain way, and I sent you.
Oh, yeah. I remember it, yes.
It was doing the apostrophe. Mm-hmm. But shout out to Nina for being in the building once again. Mm-hmm. Wait, so this is crazy. She's sending comments on Facebook, but they're like no Facebook comments are coming through, Nina. Oh boy. Nina said Caitlin is a beast. Come on, Nina. No, but she also but in fairness, she also said she loves the Aces, so that's good to know. We know about Caitlin, don't we? Why aren't the Facebook comments coming through though?
Yeah, only comments I'm seeing are YouTube.
Yeah, me too. Nina, can you move over to YouTube and comment? Because we are not I don't know what's going on. This is so weird today.
Yeah, man.
What'd you do?
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening.
You don't know?
No.
All right.
But you don't know?
So, yes, I acknowledge Caitlin is a beast. Now,
yes.
We don't ever have to say it again. She's going to make first team. Oh!
Cole, what's up?
I need a different kind of entrance.
Oh, here we go.
This is what we're doing?
Here we go.
But
my nephew scored 2 touchdowns. That's what I'm talking about.
But we got the wrong banner up. Like, what are you doing, dude? Oh,
man, I'm over here just enjoying my time, brother. I'm just enjoying my time with the people, man.
Tell the listeners who just joined.
So Jacoby Simmons.
Hold on a second. Nina, come on, tech guy. It's not user error. It's StreamYard tripping. StreamYard is just not giving us Facebook right now. I can see your comments, but yeah, okay. Anyway, here, I'll do it here. Go ahead.
All right, so we have a friend of the show, dear friend of the show, Jacoby Simmons, is hitting us up from the Northeast, and his son scored 2 touchdowns. My nephew scored 2 touchdowns fast. I know he didn't get that athletic prowess from his pops, but I'm glad that he has it nonetheless. So congrats.
Congratulations.
There you go.
All right, so I wanted to show this. So this is what I sent Sam the other day. So when Asia scored 1,000 points, I put the apostrophe in there because she's got an apostrophe in her name. And then for MVP pick, unanimous. So please don't come at me and say those words don't have apostrophes in them. I do know that, but Asia's got an apostrophe. So there you go.
She's got an apostrophe.
So the Bears and the Texans. What happened? I know we're not even on the NFL, but I feel like that's how Jacoby Simmons should enter the building. He should just start talking about football. He shouldn't even wait. He shouldn't even wait.
Man.
Okay. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
So are we done with the W?
Yeah, we done with the dub, man.
So we got Rod's pick. He's got New York because he loves Stewie. So that's Rod. And then what if New York doesn't go? Oh, he said New York or Vegas. Okay.
You know I'm rocking with the Aces. I'm rocking with the Aces.
Now, what if New York gets upset in the first round? Wow. Wait, the Bears what? Huh? We're not there yet. You know what, Mr. Simmons? We can wait till the NFL comes. But I think I said that. But okay. I think I said all of that when you had that big old pick. But NFL's tough for me this week because my 49ers lost. So I'm not really like flexing. It's just the Texans and the Bears was a no-brainer to me. DJ Vicious Lee in the building. What's going down? All right. So what are we on now?
We heading over to the majors, man.
We're heading over to baseball. Okay. Let me cue you up. I got you.
Okay.
Let me cue you up. So we are now going to move on to Major League Baseball, and I'm going to touch on the power rankings, and I'm going to let Sam go into something special that he's been tracking. Sam was really excited when you had the battle between Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, and he's been going through withdrawal since then. Maybe even the Barry Bonds situation. He's been going through withdrawal since then, but he got really excited about home runs this year. And so he's owning the heck out of that. So here we go. Final 2 weeks of the season. Playoff picture is becoming more focused. Power rankings. Phillies up from 2 to 1. They had a better week than the Dodgers, period. Dodgers had a really rough week. Dodgers dropped from 2. I can't say it right. They dropped from 1 to 2. And rotation concerns. Tyler Glasnow's gone, but Walker Buehler had a nice start, as did Jack Flaherty. So it's still a formidable staff. It's just sometimes the bullpen scares us. Aaron Judge and the Yankees, number 3, they hold steady at 3, and it looks like they are about to clinch the AL East, and they're about to come west. So shout out to my man Edgar DeLuna. He will definitely be going to, if the Yankees are coming to the Angels, then he will definitely go to that game because the Yankees are his squad. The Brewers jumped up to 4 from 6, and they pretty much wrapped up the NL Central. And they're about to. And it's looking like they'll have their 4th division title since 2018. The Guardians moved up from 7 to 5. And, their offense has been inconsistent, but their pitching's been really darn good. The Padres up from 8 to 6. They are really making it difficult. Well, they and the Diamondbacks are making it difficult for the Dodgers to just close out the NL West. Of course, the Dodgers are making it difficult on themselves because they keep losing the first game of series like they did with the Cubs, the Braves, and then even the Miami Marlins yesterday. The Miami Marlins put hands on the Dodgers yesterday.
11 runs, dude.
Yeah. What's the update today? I know
Dodgers won that game today, 8-4.
See, that was too close. It was 6-0 going into the bottom of the 7th. 6-0 going into the bottom of the 7th. Anyway, all right. So Padres up to 6. Orioles drop, and that's largely because they can't close any ground on the Yankees. And time is running out of time. Time is running out for them to fix the offense. Their pitching is great though. Like, this is the thing. If they can tighten it up and get a little more production, if their pitching does well in the postseason, then you can hide some of that non-hitting. Mm-hmm. But we'll see. I don't really care about the American League, but that's what's going on. The Astros and Jason Hayward have dropped from 5 to 8, and the Astros are faltering. And a moment ago they were on the cusp. They were 5. Now they dropped to 8. So we'll see. Diamondbacks hold steady at 9 while they try to chase down the Padres and the Dodgers. And the Royals hold steady at 10. The key movers, just Phillies taking over the top spot, and then the Brewers moving up to, what did I say? 4 from 6.
And they're tied right now in the bottom of the 6, 1 apiece. Phillies and Brewers.
Phillies and Brewers. Yeah, I was watching that earlier. Mm-hmm. Phillies took an early 1-0 lead, but Brewers pitching looked good. So, I mean, other than the 1 run. So I had a feeling that would be a close one, and 1-1. There you go. So now Sam's SG Trilogy's favorite part of the baseball production. He's going to talk about.
Bam. We're going to talk about home runs. Let's go yard. So the theme has been, we did a thing of 35 home runs or more. So let's reverse. 3 weeks ago, we had 5 players that had 35 or more home runs. Last week, we had 7 players who had 35 or more home runs. Well, this week, we have 9 players that have 35 or more home runs. That's being led by Aaron Judge of the Yankees with 53 homers. And Aaron Judge, I think I did kind of help slow him down because it looked like he was on track to exceed 60. Maybe he'll still get there, but he did have some games. He had a stretch where he was not really cranking them out. From there, number 2, which is very, very, very impressive, the Dodgers' Shohei Ohtani. Not only does he have 48 home runs, he has 48 steals to go along with his home runs. And we're hoping that he can get to a 50-50 because he will be the first major league player to have 50 home runs and 50 steals. So really optimistic about that. I've talked about it. AC's talked about it. You know, I look at Shohei as kind of being a freak of nature because for a person as big as he is, stature-wise, he's quick and he always manages to get a jump. He runs bases really aggressive. And so Shohei's holding it down for the Dodgers with 48 homers and 48 steals. From there, Baltimore Orioles, Anthony Santander has 41. We have Juan Soto in 4th with 40 with the Yankees. So that's a modern-day Bash Brothers between the 53 with Aaron Judge and 40 for Juan Soto. They're cranking them out. Oakland A's, Brent Rooker has 38. Baltimore's Gunnar Henderson with 37. We have Marcell Ozuna with the Braves with 37 as well. And then the last 2 with 35 apiece. Jose Ramirez from the Guardians and Kyle Schwarber from the Phillies, both with 35. So, and then there were 9. 9 guys have 35 or more homers. I'm loving it. You're right, AC. I miss those years in the 90s when folks were cranking out 50 and 60. Like, I miss seeing that. So, yeah, we're back. We are back. We're back. What you got?
Man, I just wish they would deny Trump bail. My bad. So what we have here, we have Aaron Judge and Juan Soto with 40 plus, right? Soto has 40. Mm-hmm. Aaron Judge has 53. Then we have Anthony Santander of the Orioles with 41 and Gunnar Henderson with 37 from the Orioles. So if Gunnar can get 240, then this will be the 3rd time in history that 2 members of the same team, 2 members of 2 different teams have 40 in the same year. So we have the 96 Rockies with Andres Galarraga and Ellis Burks with 47 and 40 respectively, along with the Oakland A's with Mark McGwire with 52 and Geronimo Berroa with 40. And then in 2000, we had the Houston Astros with Richard Hidalgo with 44 and Bags with 47, and the Blue Jays with Carlos Delgado and Tony Batista each having 41. So, again, this all rests on the shoulders of Gunnar Henderson because the other 3 people are already there. But if he gets there, then there you go. Modern-day history. By the way, how many does Teo have? I think he's talking about it, right?
Yeah, I think he is. Hold on. You got me there. Yeah. What we have from Jacoby Simmons. Fighting Fields, let's go. So we got a Phillies fan in the house.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah, the Fighting Fields. I don't know about that spelling, but yeah, you see what he's doing there. Philadelphia.
No, I'm actually on a different screen.
Okay. Yeah, the Fighting Fields. Great ballpark, by the way.
Is he an Eagles fan too?
No, he's not. You know, he roots for the Cowboys. That's interesting, isn't it?
Oh, you were oh, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it's probably not an apostrophe there. either. So it's like Rod leaves out an apostrophe, Jacoby adds an apostrophe, but you know. I digress. So we got comments coming through. Ricky Henderson. Hey, my favorite player of all time, Ricky Henderson. Not in the building, but Jacoby brought him into the building. Ricky Henderson in the building.
I forget. I always forget that Ricky Henderson's your player of all time.
Don't ever forget.
Yeah, I forget. You don't know who my favorite of all time is, though. So there you go. Or do you?
Probably to say, hey, kid. No, I don't. Who is it?
You have no idea?
I have an idea. He's either an outfielder or a shortstop. So,
all right. So if you're guessing a shortstop, who would that be?
Ozzie Smith.
Bing, bing, bing. The Connected podcast right here. Connected. There we go. Right there. There you go. Ozzie Smith. Bam. Out of anyone. There you go. I should have thrown you a curveball and like, no, actually, he doesn't even play that position. Pedro Guerrero. You're like, we're lying. But Ozzie is followed closely by crime dog Fred McGriff. I love some crime dog also. Yeah, but Ozzie Smith was my guy coming out doing the backflip.
So if you were Roderick, then you would have said, I love crime dog, so I want the Braves to win. I'm sorry, Rod. I had to do that to you. My current favorite player, y'all already know. Mookie! All right.
Man, you were on one, man. You're on one today. All right, so Ricky, let's see. Who else we got? Yeah, he's talking about Ricky had the Jets. Ricky did have some wheels. Look at this. Here he goes. Jacoby Simmons. They were taking supplements. Yeah, supplements.
Oh, he's talking about the steroid era?
Yeah, he's talking about the 90s when he was cranking them things out.
The PEDs. Mm-hmm. All right, so what's up, Roger Perez? I feel like we missed a couple people. Eric Aguiar was on. All curves, no breaks, Pooney. But I think Roger is on right now. What's up, Rogelio? What's up? All right. Yeah. So the funny thing about Ricky Henderson, though, is there's a story about him not necessarily paying attention to teammates. So years after he was in one place with this particular player, he went up to him and introduced himself.
Oh no. Oh no.
He introduced himself to Olerud. And Olerud was like, we played together. Ricky was like,
I despise. Look, we have a family friend, and I've met her husband once, but I've seen him maybe 5 times, and every time he says, "It's really nice to meet you," and I'm like, "Was it nice to meet me the 4 other times that I saw you?" Like, yeah. So yeah, annoying. I get it.
Yeah.
There you have it.
I'm gonna leave.
All right, bro. Where we going?
I'm gonna leave that layup alone.
Leave it alone. Yeah, because I said myself, you had something. You could have come in with the bow out the park, walk off. There you go.
Nope.
I thought you were going to do it. It was low hanging fruit.
Yeah, sometimes just take the high road. I think a very wise woman once said, "When they go low." Shout out to Professor Obama.
Yes, there you go.
Be Michelle Obama. All right, I'm not going to call you a crybaby, although I feel like I should.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
It's funny that you kind of remembered that from last week, because as soon as I started playing, you were like, "No, I told you not to do that."
I knew it. I knew you kept that one. I knew you were keeping that song close by. That's not one that's just going to be a one-off and it goes away.
I mean, it's kind of a perfect song. I can't play the actual lyrics to the song because it's not about friendship or somebody throwing a tantrum on a podcast. It's about love.
It resonates.
Yeah. Shout out to
those who use Resonate.
No, shout out to Tasha One who uses Resonate. I'm going for the throat today. Damn.
You have me over here wheezing. I'm over here wheezing, dog. I need my inhaler. Good Lord.
Hey, we can't see the Facebook comments for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on, but Roger said, "What's up?" To
What
both of
up,
us.
man?
Dietrich is in the building. What's up, Dietrich? So you could talk. I'll just have to say what you said, Dietrich, Roger. You know, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those days where it's weird.
Our tech is not teching. It's all right,
Right.
though. We're here.
I would like to zip my lips during this segment. By the way, yesterday, and I'll probably do this again tomorrow. Yesterday, I wore a white T-shirt and gray sweats.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to work. Like Asia, anybody could get it. Just want y'all to know.
There you go.
White T-shirt and gray sweats. I'll be back on that energy tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back on that. Throw on my Dodger cap. Throw on my white and blue Air Force Ones with the gray sweats and the white tee. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Throw that. There you go. there you go. Where are we going? I don't know. We're all over the place.
You want to? I mean, you want to see? So that?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, all right, man. So we going to the league.
So that's one thing, and then that's the other thing.
Yes.
Very close together.
This is just ridiculous. There's so many layers of ridiculousness here. All right, folks. So we're going to the league. We're going to the NFL.
Okay. I'm gonna start off. Congratulations to the Minnesota Vikings. The 97-yard play from Sam Darnold. Cast off. Well, he wasn't really a cast off. He signed there. We wanted to keep him. He signed there, so he wasn't bitter when he left. And I like Sam Darnold. I'm glad that he's got renewed life because they threw him under the bus in New York.
Big time.
97 yards to Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is a likable guy. We never recovered from that big play. And then now it's feeling like the last time we lost to Kansas City in the Super Bowl where we have all these injuries mounting. I hope it's not that, but shout out to Minnesota for doing that. That's all I have on the NFL. I have nothing else. This is all Sam.
All right. So from there, we talked about the Niners, not winning that game against the Vikings. In other news, you see the shirt I'm wearing today, brother? It's because I'm a member of the Raider Nation. As a matter of fact, I'm a proud member of the Raider Nation. And
I thought that was a former Kansas City Chief, Marcus Allen. My bad.
See, why you got to do that, dog? I haven't been bashing your team these first 2 weeks.
What do you mean bashing?
Hold on.
Didn't Al Davis get rid of him?
Hold on. I gave your team their flowers last week when they won. I gave your running back his flowers. And I even have some flowers for you this week for your team.
I love Marcus Allen.
But you didn't have to say any of that. You can just rock with me as Marcus Allen, a member of the Raider Nation. That's all you need to talk about. Thank you. Okay, I'm back to where I was. So on the other side of things, you see one of us is kind of somber right now. But then one of us has turned his frown upside down. And the Raiders were victorious against the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens winning that game 26-23. Right now, I'm going to have to put a pin in that and say, this is probably the only time this season that I'll be able to say that Brock Purdy and Gardner Minshew are really sharing some excellence right now in their stats. At this stage of the season, Brock Purdy has thrown for 550 yards, and Gardner Minshew is right behind him for 533 yards, passing yards. So they are leading the league in passing yards. I know I won't be able to say this by next week. So right now, I'm just going to celebrate and be happy about it. Go ahead.
Okay. So Roger said he knows everybody was mad about the fantasy league. Yeah, because everybody drafted Christian McCaffrey. So that's what Roger's talking about. Mm-hmm. Jacoby is saying he smells a little hate. No, I really have nothing against the Raiders. I don't like Sam, but I have nothing against the Raiders. And I love Marcus Allen and Debbie Allen. So there's that. So no hate at all. I just don't like. Oh, from Sam. My bad. I read that wrong. My bad. You're right, Jacoby. I smell that too. Yeah.
Jacoby's still bitter because when he used to come over to my house, he'd be talking and I'd fall asleep mid-conversation. So he's still bitter over that. He says I'm a terrible host.
Did you get his permission to share that?
I don't need to get his permission. Just like how you said I was a terrible host because I didn't want to answer the door when you came to my house. You guys know me. I'm Grumpy Gardner. That's what I do, dog. That's just me.
wasn't just that you didn't want to, you didn't answer the door, dude. I had a long drive from wherever the hell I was coming from. Like, where was I even coming? I was either coming from somewhere else in New Jersey, or I was coming from Maryland Eastern Shore. Like, I was coming from somewhere. You were like,
Man, sometimes that's me, bro. Okay, let's get back on track. I'm not even reading any of Jacoby's comments because it don't matter right now. Whatever.
Like when he said his sis was an amazing host. Yeah, we can't name names on this podcast, Jacoby. So there you go.
Yeah, that's all he needs to know. And they're both two terrible people because they gang up on me and treat me like trash. So there you go. All right.
So Dietrich said Raiders have a favorable schedule coming up, so they may keep it up. I will share text from earlier, but I won't. Go ahead, Sam.
My text from earlier? Which one?
Oh, you want me to show it to them? Just go. Just take the flowers. Go with the flowers that Dietrich gave y'all.
That's right. So from there, yes, Raider fans take a bow. That's right. We balled out against Baltimore. From there, we had the Buffalo Bills beat the dust out of the Dolphins, 31-10. And there's been a lot of conversation about what's going to happen with the Dolphins starting QB Tua, because he ended up getting concussed. And this isn't his first go-around in the washing machine. So a lot of people are asking, will he retire or what's going to happen? And I don't know. I really don't have anything else to say about that. Do you have anything to chime in there?
Sure. Dietrich said he's happy for AP, and he said the win makes AP's decision to punt on 4th and 1 even worse. I don't know what any of that means.
Because it was too close for comfort because I didn't think he should have punted either.
Oh, okay.
Should have incorporated a little push, whatever that is.
So Jacoby Simmons is clearly not affected by what affects Tua Tagovailoa. Here's the thing. I said on this podcast that I didn't want Tua Tagovailoa to win anything because of what he did to Brian Flores. And then I started doing math when they were playing Buffalo, and I was like, I don't like anything about Buffalo. Like, literally nothing about Buffalo now. With Leslie Frazier gone, like, I don't like anything about them. So then I was, like, backing off of Miami. You know, Mike McDaniel came from the 49ers. So here's the thing. Independent of my feelings about Tua personally, because of what he did to Brian Flores, I also said on this podcast, not that I have a vote and not that anybody but Sam wants my opinion, but I think that personal health is wealth. And you are in a position to leave with your health mostly intact, because those traumatic brain injuries are not nothing. And at this point, if the doctors say that he can't return, then he gets all the money, all the guaranteed money. But if he leaves on his own, then he would have to negotiate a settlement or negotiate a walk away from the Dolphins so that he would get some of that money. But just for personal health, I hope that he doesn't come back, because he is clearly prone to concussions, and he's vulnerable every time he drops back. And so it's scary, just as a fan of people. Like, I'm a fan of people in general. I don't like being around people, but I am a fan of people. I don't want that man to have his brain any more messed up than it is. I hope that he walks away. And it's not about any feelings for him personally or about the Dolphins. I want him to be healthy.
Yeah, man. Last night I had an opportunity to watch our brother Cobb's, his podcast, AC Sports Live. And so, you know, as a former high-level professional athlete in himself, he talked about when he was concussed and going through concussion protocol and wanting to get back out on the field. And so he was able to provide some great color, because a person who excelled at a high level as a professional athlete, experiencing that, you know, it is definitely a humbling experience. And he talked about, you know, going through that and talking to doctors and wanting to get back out there, knowing that you're not yourself, knowing that you're not your best version of yourself, meaning your healthy self, but the withdrawal that you have and the anguish that you have. So he talked in detail about that last night, man. And I was like, I had never looked at it from that perspective because I had never been in that position. So to hear from someone who has played on a high level, it was like, when we're on this side of things, we're seeing it for what it is. Like, man, you were concussed. This isn't the first go around. You don't want your health to be in jeopardy. And you said it best, like your health is wealth. It means everything. But then I think the decision could be difficult. And I really was able to understand it a bit more listening to Cobbs talk about it last evening, bro. Yeah, it's not that simple. Let's see.
Well, okay, but then let's just keep this in mind.
Mm-hmm.
The money on the table is just otherworldly, and so being able to walk away with that is much different than anybody who's ever had a chance to walk away. Mm-hmm. Anybody ever who's had a chance to walk away after concussion. So just think about that. He's in that different sense, he's in a unique spot in that sense.
That makes sense. Makes sense. Let's see. So from there, getting back on track, let's see. My goodness. So Jacoby Simmons, as I said, a friend of the show. See, Jacoby even mentioned he had to retire. And as mentioned, Jacoby played collegiate football. He was a wrestler, a high-ranked state wrestler in high school and in college. So that brother has been there, done that, and understands it. From there, though, let's talk about your team, Jacoby. The Cowboys. They hosted the New Orleans Saints, and let's just say that final score ended up being a lot to a little. The Saints won that game 44-19, and it looked like the Cowboys just couldn't get it together. As I said, it's a lot to a little. 44-19 pretty much says all it needs to say. From there, Chicago at Houston, 19-13 Houston. You had Philadelphia, the Eagles let down. They hosted the Falcons, so it was a battle of the birds, and the Falcons came out on top, 22-21.
You said that score was 19-13? 19-13. Shout out to my mom's sorority.
Shout out to my late grandmother, Jewel Williams, representing the illustrious ladies of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. There we go. Shout out.
Okay, so Dietrich has a follow-up, and so does Roger. Dietrich said maybe Tua shouldn't be initiating unnecessary contact, especially in a 31-10 game, and he already got the first down.
You're jumping head first into the chest of Damar Hamlin.
And then Roger Perez says, bring Tom Brady out of retirement. They tried that last year to replace Aaron Rodgers, but I guess we'll see what happens. I think he's locked in his cushy gig, and he didn't have the greatest, farewell season in Tampa. So I don't think Tom Brady's coming back, bro. All right, what you got?
Hopefully not. From there, so those are pretty much the matchups I wanted to talk about last week, and then tomorrow, Thursday night football, we have New England at the Jets. So I'm going Jets. I'm going Jets in that game.
Oh, I will say this. I knew I said I wouldn't say one more thing, but I will say the 49ers are playing at Levi Stadium South on Sunday. And if you guys don't know,
49ers are. And hopefully there's a beatdown coming for those folks that reside in Southern California.
Yeah. Do you guys know what Levi Stadium South is? SoFi.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because it's also because for Sam and them, it's also Allegiant Stadium Southwest.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go. But we do have the Eagles are in for another tough battle because they're at New Orleans. In New Orleans, I think they've scored 90 points first two games. So that's going to be an uphill battle. And then the Cowboys are hosting the Ravens. So I'm sure the Ravens are going to come in upset after laying that dud last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did Kobe say?
Oh, he just that it was Hamlin with Tua after Hamlin almost his injury. Well, he died.
Yeah, he was done.
Died on the field. And then they brought him back. So not just
his
career. Yeah, that is irony for sure. It's not coincidence. It is irony, Jacoby. All right. What else?
And that's all we have from. What do you say?
You said we're going to football now? NCAA football?
Yeah, going to NCAA, bro.
All
Let's
right,
do
don't tell AC Sports Live I said it, but I think that UCLA is going to withdraw from Division One. I can't say that because I didn't do that with Chip Kelly, and this is Chip Kelly's fault. So I guess I'm just not going to say anything. But shout out to Deshaun Foster for he's going to work through this. None of it is his fault. None of it. Yeah. Chip Kelly poked holes in the sinking ship and then ran to Ohio State.
Same way he derailed the Eagles because he was a locker room disruptor and terrible for that organization.
And the 49ers?
Yeah, that too. So.
I don't know why this dude keeps getting – well, he's not getting head jobs anymore, but I don't know why he keeps getting jobs.
Thank you. Yeah, bro.
Maybe because he makes cute posters for the sideline? I don't know.
Yeah, right. I don't have any love for Chip Kelly.
This is yours too, NCAA football.
All right, so we'll talk a little NCAA football. So it was a tough week last weekend, man. As mentioned, my partner, he knows the respect and admiration that I have for the Bruins of Westwood. I love UCLA. They've always been my college football team, so I always rock with them. So it's unfortunate, but as we saw the Conference of Champions was disbanded, we knew that it would come with some challenges moving on to the Big Ten, a bit more competitive. Out the gate, UCLA, they won their first game of the season against Hawaii, but that wasn't a cakewalk. And so against Indiana, they were outmatched, and they have some things that they need to do. This season, I think it's going to be equivalent to roller skating uphill, meaning you might feel that you're making some traction, but it's not going to be all that great this first season.
Yeah, I think we should really be able to do some great things against Indiana. Oh.
Yeah, in basketball, but yeah, we're talking football, and Indiana wanted it clearly more than the Bruins wanted it. They didn't have many answers to anything. So that was unfortunate.
I will say this about the Big Ten transition, just throwing this out there. In polling, we'll start off the UCLA women will start off number 2 in Big Ten basketball behind USC. Women's soccer, number 1 in the Big Ten. Softball, number 1 in the Big Ten. So there are a lot of positives to that Big Ten transition, and then maybe I don't even know about men's basketball, but football is definitely, this is brutal. All the other sports, volleyball, men's volleyball, women's volleyball, UCLA will be up there. Right. Ready to whack the Big Ten. Football is a beast.
Yeah, it is, man. Recruiting is that's the thing, and I'm hoping. All right, let's be real with this. Is Coach Foster going to have an opportunity to have time to grow?
Yes.
All right,
because
that's what
the cupboard is bare, and the athletic director. And where did he come from? Did he come from the Big Ten? This athletic director knows that the cupboard was bare from Chip Kelly, and he didn't fire Chip Kelly. Remember that. He didn't fire Chip Kelly. So he's going to give Deshaun Foster some time. He is definitely going to give Deshaun Foster some time.
He should. He definitely should.
No, I didn't mean Florida A&M. I meant the U, primed to finally win the ACC and make that playoff run. It's been a while since Miami won a national championship, and I got hopes and dreams this year coming out of the ACC. Let's go. Good you. But hey, Florida A&M, hold it down for HBCUs. Hold it down for the SWAC.
Kobe will always hold it down. Let's see.
I'm gonna wear my MEAC, one of my MEAC shirts next week. One of them. So that you will finally leave me alone. I'm going to wear a MEAC shirt next week. Like I have a HBCU ties. I got 4 shirts.
Look, you've been there. You made your presence felt in the MEAC. There you go.
Kobe won't give me credit, though. All right.
Kobe's just a bully, man. He's just bullying you now, though. That's a bully from Harrisburg, PA, right there. Kobe. Yeah. All right. There you go. All right, man. So let's see. Outside of UCLA disappointed me. Georgia was kind of a dud. So Georgia came in ranked tops in the nation, and they struggled against Kentucky. They won that game 13-12, which allowed some wiggle room for Texas. Texas was on their heels as the number 2 ranked team, and Texas had a dismal University of Texas San Antonio squad that they beat the dust out of 56-7, and that helped Texas leapfrog this week in the standings, where Texas is ranked numero uno in the nation as a result. As mentioned, Georgia struggled. Fast forward to this upcoming weekend, games I'm looking for. No, go ahead.
Before you go to that, shout out to DJ Refresh. Dietrich asked about the non-football travel for UCLA and USC for the Big Ten. And they feel like they've worked it out. They're going to try to do, like, the scheduling is supposed to be regional scheduling. So you would, for the non-football sports where you're going to play 2 games in a week, for instance, then you're going to try to play Illinois and Indiana on the same trip. You're going to have to try to play Michigan and Ohio State on the same trip, like that kind of thing. Like, that's the plan, just as people will come here and play UCLA and USC. And then what is it? And then Oregon and Washington, like the same kind of thing. Like they're travel buddies. So that's what it is, Dietrich.
Okay.
Travel buddies.
So you'll do like Rutgers, Penn State, like that kind of thing, since it's the same side of the country. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's still a hell of a lot of miles. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're at least going to get that on the trip. Get those two on that trip, and then probably come home and then get your home set, and then go back on the road again, so that you're not on the road 2 weeks in a row.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. And yes, Arch Manning does have wheels, Texas. All right, what you got, Sam, for this week?
All right, from there, upcoming weekend matchups. So you have the number 6 Tennessee Vols at the number 15 Oklahoma Sooners. You got the USC Trojans coming in ranked 11th at number 18. They're in Ann Arbor playing against Michigan. Looking forward to that one. Utah Utes against Oklahoma State. Utah is ranked 12th. Oklahoma State's 14th. And then this last one, I've added it because I love the Bruins, but the Bruins got another tough one this weekend against LSU. So, yeah, that's what we have coming up, brother.
All right.
There we go.
What do we
got up now, man?
TechTalk?
Yeah, let's go. All
right.
Let me grab it. Where is it? Okay.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and do my little intro. I'll probably come back with a MEAC shirt on just for code. We'll see. Yeah.
This is TechTalk Now.
All right, here we go. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Tech Talk Now. I'm your host, AC from LA, and today we're diving into something that's quickly transforming the way that businesses operate. Voice assistants. You know them well. Alexa, Google Assistant, Siri. But while most of us use them for setting reminders or turning on music at home, voice assistants are making serious moves in the business world. Let's talk about how companies are integrating voice tech. See, she's stepping in. Okay, I do not want her to talk, but she's talking. So anyway, let's talk about how companies are integrating voice tech to boost productivity, improve customer service, and automate everyday tasks, and what the future holds for this powerful technology. We're all familiar with using Siri or Alexa for daily tasks like setting alarms or checking the weather, but voice technology has broken out of the home and entered the professional space in a big way. Businesses are tapping into voice assistants to streamline operations, improve employee productivity, and even enhance customer interactions. From small businesses to major corporations, companies are realizing that voice assistants aren't just convenient, They're game changers. Let's take a look at some real-world applications that are transforming businesses' operations today. One of the biggest areas where voice assistants are making waves is customer service. Imagine calling up a company and speaking directly to a voice assistant that understands your questions and responds with useful information. No waiting for a human representative. That's happening now, with companies like Domino's and Capital One using AI-powered voice assistants to handle customer queries, process orders, and even answer complex banking questions. Voice assistants like Amazon's Alexa for Business and Google Assistant are being integrated into call centers to handle routine customer inquiries, freeing up human agents for more complex tasks. These AI-driven systems can provide 24/7 support, ensuring businesses are always able to assist customers, which can significantly boost satisfaction and loyalty. In the office, voice assistants are helping employees manage schedules, send emails, and even run meetings more efficiently. Alexa for Business, for example, is being used in conference rooms to set up meetings, adjust lighting, control video presentations, and even take notes, all with simple voice commands. Imagine walking into a meeting room saying, start the meeting, and everything, video, lights, presentation materials, syncs up automatically. These types of automation help save time and reduce the hassle of managing tech during important business interactions. Siri and Google Assistant are also being used by professionals to dictate emails, schedule appointments, and manage to-do lists. With voice commands, employees can stay organized and focus on higher value tasks without being bogged down by routine administrative work. The biggest advantage of voice assistants in business is their ability to boost productivity. Instead of wasting time clicking through software or manually entering data, employees can now manage tasks by simply speaking. This voice-first approach allows people to multitask more effectively and gives them the freedom to focus on strategic work rather than getting stuck in the weeds. For example, Salesforce has integrated Einstein Voice, which allows sales reps to dictate notes after a client meeting, update their CRM, and get insights into deals all through voice commands. This kind of functionality enables professionals to work more efficiently while ensuring no critical information slips through the cracks. So where's all of this headed? Well, voice assistants are only going to get smarter. We're already seeing the rise of voice-enabled AI that can not only respond to commands, but also make suggestions, analyze data, and even predict needs. Imagine a voice assistant that reminds you to follow up on a client meeting, automatically adjust your schedule to accommodate urgent tasks, or even gives strategic business advice based on past data. As natural language processing improves, voice assistants will become even more human-like, blurring the lines between man and machine. We'll likely see more specialized voice assistants that can handle industry-specific tasks like legal document preparation, financial reporting, or even medical diagnostics. Of course, as with any new tech, there are concerns about privacy and data security. Businesses need to be mindful of how voice data is collected, stored, and used. Employees and customers must trust that their conversations are private and secure, especially when dealing with sensitive information. Companies will need to implement strong encryption and data protection policies to ensure that voice assistants are safe to use. Voice assistants are moving beyond homes and into the business world, transforming customer service, streamlining operations, and boosting productivity in ways we haven't seen before. As this technology continues to evolve, it's clear that voice assistants are carving out their place as essential tools in the modern workplace. So whether you're running a small business or working at a large corporation, now is the time to explore how voice tech can enhance your operations. Thanks for tuning in to Tech Talk Now. I'm AC from LA, and I can't wait to dive into more game-changing tech topics with you next time. Stay connected and stay ahead of the curve.
Thanks to my technology.
Now. New AC from LA.
You dropped another one, brother. That was dope.
That worked out.
Very, very, very informative. Very, very informative.
I appreciate that, brother.
I realized, man, last week I really missed Tech Talk Now. I know we had to get on out of here. I'm like, man, I missed it. So great job, brother.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
It's the one area you haven't let me down.
Okay. How about the part where you said I love more than anybody you know? That's a positive, right?
Yeah, yes, that's a positive. Mm-hmm. You got a friend. That's me.
I haven't let you down there. Kobe's gone. Man, I put the shirt on for him, and he's out of here.
There it is. It might be past his bedtime, man. It's late. It's late over on the East Coast.
I told him it was coming, though.
Told him. Yeah, bro.
Pity the man that run with me when I'm going to put on the MEAC shirt.
Representing the MEAC. Got the MEAC on your back. The MEAC on your back. There you go.
It is an athletic conference. All right. It's time for something else. And I got something else for when it's time for something else. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
You ready?
See, I'm hype. I'm over here. I'm hype.
Okay, first time. Here we go.
Bigging themselves up, even bigging their hood up, no matter what it looked like. It just gave us a sense of...
I think it gave us a sense of culture.
I gotta play that twice. Oh my goodness.
bigging themselves up, even bigging their hood up, no matter what it looked like. It just gave us a sense of...
I think it gave us a sense of culture.
Boy, yeah, you did good. You did good there. All right. So as we start the culture for this week, kill the music real quick. I wanted to do something real quick.
Oh.
So last week we were moving kind of quickly. We had a lot going on. So please know this was not done on purpose, but I wanted to take the time. And unfortunately, we've had an addition that I had to add to the list. But I just wanted to acknowledge the contributions of 3 individuals that have had a significant presence on my life. I won't speak on your behalf, AC, but I do feel comfortable in this space knowing that they've had a presence in your life. We share a lot of things together. And so I know our love, respect, and admiration for these 3 individuals is something that we needed to say collectively. And as I said, last week we were trying to move, we were on a time crunch. But this week, I just wanted to acknowledge the contributions and the legacies of 3 individuals. First being James Earl Jones, the iconic James Earl Jones, followed by the uber talented Frankie Beverly, and also uber talented, you can say a lifelong entertainer in Tito Jackson. As we know, all 3 of these gentlemen have transitioned, and they all met their mark. They all set out to make a difference, and they all collectively made a difference. So I wanted to acknowledge that this week as we start the culture. AC, did you have anything to add?
I won't follow that. You nailed it.
All right, brother. And this is a moment of happiness. I think a lot of times when we talk about people transitioning, we're sad. They provided us with so much joy through performing arts, through film, through television, through music. So their legacies will live forever because a piece of them is still here with us. So once again, thank you to the contributions from James Earl Jones, Frankie Beverly, and Tito Jackson. All right, brother, you can cue me back up so I can get back in my zone. All right. From there, I'm going to dive into the world of music. A couple of dope projects that are out right now. Currency. A lot of times you'll hear with hip hop artists will say they release albums, no features, it's all me, it's all about me. But Currency, he goes the complete opposite route, meaning Currency likes to collab with everyone. Currency's an MC from New Orleans, born and bred from New Orleans. And he got together with DJ Fresh, producer, DJ from Baltimore. and they have a project out. The project is called The Tonight Show, the sequel. When I say it's undeniably dope, it is undeniably dope. When you're able to mesh the sound, the rhythmic sound of New Orleans with that go-go heavy bass sound of Baltimore, dope project. On this project, they collab with the likes of Larry June, Paul Wall, Dej Loaf. So it's a real dope project. So I say check out Currency and DJ Fresh, The Tonight Show, the sequel. From there, we're going to take it over to the West Coast and head back to LA. Saxophonist Terrace Martin has a project out. He's played saxophone for the likes of Snoop Dogg, a lot of different West Coast artists, multi-talented. He's had his own projects, and this project he has is called Nintendo Soul. Nintendo Soul. It's an R&B and soul fusion project. Dope as it can be. It's really, really dope. And you'll go down the rabbit hole of checking out other projects that he's done. I've been listening to Terrace Martin for years. It is not Terrence, it's Terrace, Terrace Martin. Dope project, Nintendo Soul. So I'd say check out both of those. Did you want to add some of your music? Because I know you had a few projects that you didn't get to last week.
Listen, homie, you can't spell terrace without AC. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And AC Sports Live is in the building too. He said, "What's up, gentlemen?" He gave us the
Bro Ham.
Yeah. Can't spell terrace without AC. I just want to say that. Yeah, I had a little something. Let me go to mine. We could have just stayed with your music. I don't have anything now. I mean, you know, the little backdrop. Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't on repeat. It's fine. It's all good. So Money Long, Revenge. It's a full project. It's dope. She came back with a vengeance. Kaylani, While We Wait 2. Dope project. Halle Bailey, half of Chloe and Halle, the younger sister, the Little Mermaid, has a single called Because I Love You. Perfect song. That's what I have. Okay, so I have Victoria Monet and Usher on here with SOS, which is Sex on Sight. I haven't played it since I put it on this list, and I put it on this list 2 weeks ago, so I don't really know how I feel about it anymore. But check it out. It's a collab by one of the all-time legends and one of the absolute up-and-coming phenomenal artists in Victoria Monet. So there you go. That's what I have. I got nothing for TV. Throwing it back to you for movies.
Yo, man, I appreciate you for chiming in. You actually put me up on Money Long, and she was on the CBS Morning Show, I want to say Thursday or Friday of last week. Mm-hmm. Dope interview. She talked about how she came up with her name and just talked about her drive. And she talked about she's been a songwriter for years. So she was watching everyone excel or emulate what she hoped that they would emulate with her words. And she said, who can tell my story better than me? So She jumped in to do it herself. So I thought that was dope. And I appreciate you putting me up on her.
Absolutely. And the cool part about that is what she says is I was a songwriter before I knew what songwriting was. You know, I was just writing down my thoughts, and clearly I was writing songs. And she has legendary songs. Maybe unlike Sam's and homegirl, the ghostwriter, who probably didn't write anything, but claims to have written so many classics. And I have the list. Come on, dude. But Money Long is legitimately a songwriter. Yo girl, yeah. Javon, yo girl, yeah. Anyway, all right. She will remain nameless though. She ain't getting no spin on this podcast. Okay, go.
If she's watching, I'm going to hear about this, and you and I will have a conversation later.
She's absolutely not watching this.
Thank you. Okay.
She's not walking anywhere near me. She's not watching this.
All right. In the world of, you can keep the double box up. In the world of film, we have 2 films that are dropping this Friday that I'm looking forward to. First one, we grew up on the Transformers. Optimus Prime with the Autobots, the Decepticons. Transformers is back with Transformers 1. It releases this Friday. There he is. That boy's good. That boy's good. And then from there, okay, so I'm full disclosure. This next one is a horror movie. I'm frightened by horror movies, but yet I'll still watch them. So it's the weirdest thing. But this one, I'm really looking forward to it. The storyline. So Holly Berry, she starts in Never Let Go, and it's a film about a family. They've been haunted by evil spirits for years, and so their safety and surroundings come into question because everywhere they go, they've been haunted. And so one of the children questions if the evil that they've been haunted by is real. The trailer looks really intense, so I'm looking forward to seeing Never Let Go, starring Holly Berry. That drops on this Friday as well. So that's it, brother. That's what I have for the culture.
That's what you have for the culture?
Yeah, man, can you play that culture drop one more time? That thing is,
You
the
want me to play
audio
the
was
culture
so
drop one more
crispy.
time?
Yeah, I like that.
Let me turn the volume back up.
Bigging themselves up, even bigging their hood up, no matter what it looked like. It just gave us a sense of.
I think it gave us a sense of culture.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, you hit it out the park with that, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate
Took me a
that.
couple weeks to get it how I wanted it, but yeah, I finally, dropped in the garage band and was able to clip it properly. So
You doctored it up.
I doctored it up. There you go. All right, so time for.
This is the closeout.
So let me throw the banner up. I think it's a little further up. There it is. All right, let me cue you up.
New SG Trilogy.
All right. So for me this week, this one isn't really a closeout. This is more of the ultimate shout out, the ultimate ode to my special girl. My grandma turned 93 years old a couple of days ago. And when I tell you this woman has her right mind, she is so sharp. And when I talk about a person who paid the ultimate sacrifice, a lot of times, now we're looking at a lot of the things that are happening politically, a lot of the things that are happening in the news cycle. My grandma, as a young lady, migrated from the deep South and left to head to California for opportunity because there was a great deal of death, despair, and everything happening in the South where she was from. And my grandma, I've seen this woman. She was a seamstress by trade. She worked for the RTD, which was the Metro bus, like the city bus line in Los Angeles. But more importantly, she was a homemaker. And she gave my cousins, my sisters, myself, my dad, my aunt, my grandfather, until his last day, she gave her everything. And to this day, as a great-grandmother, she's a great-great-grandmother, she continues to give her all because she's present. Every monumental event that I've had in my life, she's always been there. And that's why I always call her my special girl. So Grandma, this show is dedicated to you. I love you to pieces. I can't wait until I see you again. And I will be whooping you in gin rummy. My grandma's a card shark, so she'll beat you and she talks trash. And I love her to pieces. And she always knows, every time I talk to her, she knows she's my special girl. So shout out to Helen Gardner. Love you, Grandma. That's my closeout, brother.
All right, thank you for that, brother. That was
New SG Trilogy.
And this is
New AC from LA.
So a little tough to follow that. Shout out to your grandmother. I definitely miss my grandmother. I will keep this brief. Please tell your loved ones that you love them. Tell them all the time. And then I'm going to shout out the really important women in my life. So I'm going to start with, so my grandmother's gone, so I'm going to go with my mom. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my sister. Shout out to my daughter, Kayla. Shout out to my daughter, Kayla's mother, Brianna. And shout out to my girl, Tish. That's all I got. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. First-time listeners, last-time listeners, everybody in between. First-time viewers, last-time viewers, everybody in between. We absolutely appreciate you guys coming through. There's nothing like having you guys come through. And, it's not always easy for us to get up on here and do this. Sometimes life is in the way, but we still come because, every time that we can, because we appreciate you guys coming here. So thank you. Sam and I are about to get up out of here. This was episode 161 of the Collective Podcast. And I got a little something that he doesn't even know about before I play Tupac to get us on up out of here. But just as he likes my little Rakim drop, this is how we exiting, baby.
Should I blow this mic? Like I said, I might. Got the force of 20 men like a Jedi Knight. And it's kind of hard for me not to do it slow. I gotta go. The rhythm.
Collective Podcast on 161 ACLA. We are out of here. We'll catch you next week.
That was clutch. That was a little Kwame. Come on, here we go, dog. We got to get in. Come on.
Oh, wow.